Hello everybody. Now we are going to start with our topic that is software maintenance. What is software? We all know that software is a set of instructions or programs that has been developed to solve certain problems. And now it is the time of softwares, and each and every work is done with the help of softwares. Now, the one of the phase in the software development life cycle is software maintenance. Software maintenance is the process of modifying a software product. It means to modify the software product when it has been delivered to the customer or after it has been delivered to the customer. Whenever we make a software, it is made according to the necessity of the customer, and after the software has been delivered to the customer, it becomes necessary to modify it as the customer demands. Then what is the main reasons of software maintenance, or what is the reason to make these changes? The software has to be maintained or modified, or updations are made in the software after delivery to correct faults. They may arise certain faults while the customer is using or client is using the software, and it needs certain improvements or enhancements in performance. So software is a model of the real world, and when the real world changes, or when the real world impact has been arised on the software, then it is necessary to become required alterations whenever it is necessary. Then what is the aim of software maintenance? Now we are going to discuss different aims with why it is necessary to maintain the software, or software maintenance is considered as necessary part. First part is to correct faults. After the software has been delivered to the client, there arises when he is or she is using the software, then there may arise certain faults, and it is a necessity, or it is necessary for the software developer to correct that faults, that all that remove all that faults which arises during its usage. Second is implement enhancements. As we know, there arises a lot of changes, or environment get changed, changes in including the software interfaces and many other factors. And all these factors demands the enhancements in the software to compete it in the current market. Then there arises the need of improving the design. As we all know that there arises a lot of changes in software functioning. Then it becomes necessary to change the design according to the demand or according to the environment impact. Next is to update the software in anticipation of future problems. There may be there may be addition of some new functions. There may arise there may be a fear factor that certain changes or anticipation of certain problems in the software may get arise. So it is necessary to update the software in anticipation of all these future problems that may have a great impact in our functioning of our software. Then the last point is to adapt the software, to adapt or to make the changes in the software according to the environment demand. So this is all about the aims of the software maintenance. Next part is types of software maintenance. There are different types of software maintenance, and it is categorized into these following four categories. First is corrective maintenance, adaptive maintenance, perfective maintenance, and preventive maintenance. And we will discuss all these types of maintenance one by one. First is the types of software maintenance. Then these main types of maintenance, or these categories of software maintenance, are depicted in the form of a pie chart diagram, and here ratio of time spent in different maintenance factors is considered. Perfective maintenance needs 50% of time, corrective 20%, and adaptive 25%, and 5% time is spent in the preventive maintenance. First, we are going to discuss the first type or first category, that is corrective maintenance. Then, what is corrective maintenance? Corrective maintenance of a software product may be essential either to rectify some bugs observed while the system is in use, or to enhance the performance of the system. Whenever the software product is in use, there may arise some bugs, some errors while in its working. So it becomes necessary to remove all these faults so that system could work correctly as it needs. It deals with the repair of faults. So it becomes necessary to repair all those faults or defects that arise in the day-to-day system functions or day-to-day activities of our system. Defect may result due to errors in software. How these defects can arise? These defects can arise due to changes in errors in software design, logic may get changed, or coding errors. All these needs corrections. Corrective maintenance needs 20% of all the maintenance activities. So corrective maintenance deals with the rectifying or removing or identifying all such faults that may arise in the day-to-day activities of software functioning. Next type is adaptive maintenance. Adaptive maintenance includes modifications and updations made when the customer needs the product to run on new platform and when the customer demands that his or her software should run on the new platforms or new operating systems or interface with new hardware and software, then it becomes necessary to adapt our software according to the demands and needs of the user. It is the implementation of changes in the parts of system. So there needs arises the need of changing the implementation part of the system which has been affected by change that occurred in some parts of the system. These changes are necessary because there arises the need of change because or change arises in some part of the system and it may affect other parts of the system, so a need of changing all those parts of the system according to the needs of the customers. Term environment. What do you mean by this adaptive maintenance? Adaptive means to adapt according to the environment. The environment in this context refers to the outside world or outside system which affects the internal functioning of our system. Whenever a system is made, it has to interact with the outer systems. So it becomes necessary to adjust our system, to adapt our system according to the changes that arises due to outside functioning of the system. This outside environment includes changes in the business rules, work patterns get changed, government policies have got changed, and all these changes needs to have a great needs to have a include a change in our software system also. Adaptive maintenance includes 25% of our maintenance activities, means it requires 25% of our time is spent in maintaining adaptive maintenance. Next type is perfective maintenance. Whenever a software is made, it needs to be perfect. It needs to be perfect, that means it works according to the user needs or functionalities of the system should be according to the customer demands. Perfective maintenance may include functional enhancements to the system. It may arise the need of to make changes in the functioning of the system in addition to the activities, and it also arise the need there may also arise the need to make changes in the activities of the system, and all these changes are not to be made because there may be some problems or some faults. These changes are not made because of the faults, but these changes are made because of the demand of the customers or clients to make certain enhancements in the functioning of the system. This includes enhancing, and it may include enhancing both the function and efficiency of the code and changing the functionality as per users' changing needs. And it means to make changes in the functioning of the system as the user demands that changes. Perfective maintenance accounts for 50% of the time, and this is the maximum time that is spent in maintaining it. That is to make the software perfect, it requires 50% of the time to continuously make enhancements in or additions in the functioning of the system. And last is the preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance includes modification and updation to prevent future problems of the software. It includes to make changes or updations to prevent future problems. They may arise certain problems in the future, and to not to get these problems impact our system or affect our system, these problems need to be handled beforehand. It goes to attend problems which are not significant at this moment. These problems are not disturbing our system at the current moment but may cause serious issues in the future. Preventive maintenance involves performing activities to prevent, and preventive maintenance involves all those activities to prevent the system, to prevent the occurrence of these errors on our system. It includes the updations in the documentation, code optimization, and code restructuring. And when this system is to make this preventive maintenance, it becomes necessary to make changes in the documentation or codes and code restructuring according to the system demands. Preventive maintenance is limited to the maintenance of organization and no external request are required. These preventive maintenance are not is not made according to the external request, but these are made to prevent our system from significant problems that may arise in the future. And preventive maintenance accounts for 5% of all the maintenance activities. Means 5% of time is spent in maintaining these activities. Thank you.